Whatever piece of unconscious we take and work through brings light to humanity. Everyone you know knows something you don't know, but need to know. Learn from them. Intuition does not say what things mean. It sniffs out their possibilities. Meaning is given by thinking. Shadow work is the path of the heart warrior. There is no consciousness without the discrimination of opposites. Until you allow the unconscious to become conscious, it will rise up to you as your life, and you will call it your fate. When thinking leads to the unthinkable, it is time to return to simple life. What thinking cannot solve, life solves, and what action never decides is reserved for thinking. The rupture between faith and knowledge is a symptom of the split consciousness, which is so characteristic of the mental disorder of our day. Man can live the most amazing things if they make sense to him, but the difficulty is to create that sense. In our civilized life, we have stripped so many ideas of their emotional energy, we do not really respond to them anymore. The core of an individual is the mystery of life, which dies when it is grasped. That is also why symbols want to keep their secrets. If you pay close attention, you will see that the most masculine man has a feminine soul, and the most feminine woman has a masculine soul. Creativeness, like the freedom of the will, contains a secret. The psychologist can describe both these manifestations as processes, but he can find no solution of the philosophical problems they offer. Nothing worse could happen to one than to be completely understood. The hero who clings to the mother is the dragon, and when the hero is reborn from the mother, he becomes the conqueror of the dragon. The intellect is undeniably useful in its own field, but is a great cheat and illusionist outside of it whenever it tries to manipulate values. No culture of the mind is enough to make a garden out of your soul. The more we busy ourselves with dreams, the more we shall see such coincidences, chances. Remember that the oldest Chinese scientific book is about the possible chances of life. A sense of wider meaning to one's existence is what raises a man beyond mere getting and spending. Dreams are the guiding words of the soul. It is an everyday experience that our emotions are never at the level of our reasoning. Dreams pave the way for life, and they determine you without you understanding their language. It is no more possible to make life easy than it is to grow a herb of immortality. The fact is that if one tries beyond one's capacity to be perfect, the shadow descends into hell and becomes the devil. I shall not commit the fashionable stupidity of regarding everything that I cannot explain as a fraud. The endless dilemma of culture and nature is always a question of too much or too little, never of either or. Human thought cannot conceive any system or final truth that could give the patient what he needs in order to live. That is, faith, hope, love, and insight. Our intellect has created a new world that dominates nature and has populated it with monstrous machines. As soon as man was capable of conceiving of the idea of sin, he had recourse to psychic concealment. Man does not make his ideas. We could say that man's ideas make him. In other words, it is quite within the bounds of possibility for a man to recognize the relative evil of his nature, but it is a rare and shattering experience for him to gaze into the face of absolute evil. When a man can say of his states and actions, "As I am, so I act," he can be at one with himself, even though it be difficult, and he can accept responsibility for himself even though he struggle against it. Like the instincts, the collective thought patterns of the human mind are innate and inherited. They function when the occasion arises in more or less the same way in all of us. We can get in touch with another person only by an attitude of unprejudiced objectivity. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. I am the oppressor of the person I condemn, not his friend and fellow sufferer. Everyone in your dreams is you. Neurosis is an inner cleavage, the state of being at war with oneself. A belief proves to me only the phenomenon of belief, not the content of the belief. Behold the secret conspiracy between mother and son, and how each helps the other to betray life. Which quote was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.